Hello and welcome back to A Foreigner and Family in the Philippines. And this is going to be an update video on some of the Lacatan bananas that we planted next to the creek. And like this here, these were the ones that were here and that have been doing really well. And there are way too many bananas too close together there. We actually came through and pulled out the suckers so we could plant them in other areas. We ended up pulling up about 200 suckers and planted them around in the other areas where I'm planting banana. And we actually ordered another 500 from someone else, so we should be getting those. But I was walking through here. This is where we planted bananas along the creek here, and I noticed that I guess the carabao grass, the guys missed this hole, and it was just the hole was in there. I just cleared it out a little bit so it's a little easier to see, but then I put a new sucker in there that I had seen while I was just walking along doing my check. And let's see, it's like the dry season has just come to a close because we are starting to get some rain. We got a nice rain last night. And hopefully we'll get some more of those a little more regularly, because a lot of these creek banana that we planted have not come up. Notice some of these have not come up, and then this was one. This was a bunch that was already here. But like this Lacatan had fallen over, and it was just laying across up here. So I just kind of cut it and put a little, but I noticed that rootstock had like 4 suckers on it. I'm like, man, I don't want to waste those suckers. I'd like to use those. And then I walked up on that other hole, so I was like, oh, perfect. I'll go back there and get those suckers and throw them on the hole. And ideally, you'd like to have like 3 bananas like this one to a bunch, except you'd like to have like 1 adult, 1 juvenile, and then 1 baby coming up. And these are like basically almost 3 adults in 1 spot. But we'll get that squared away. And that's a new banana heart coming out. So that one's gonna make a bunch of bananas. Doesn't look like it's gonna be a big bunch on it, and that would be part of that would be because this banana plant, they're all kind of from the same rootstock. Well, they may not actually be from the same, there's a little spread there, but they should be from the same rootstock there. And that may be why the bunch is so small, is because it's got a bunch coming out on this one. And the blue sticks on my right are going to be the mangosteen, and then on the other side of the creek, the blue sticks are going to be durian. The durian have a 10 by 10 spacing, and the mangosteen have an 8 meter by 8 meter spacing. And there's just way too many bananas right there. And that's where I came in. I got a lot. I was over there pulling out a bunch of suckers out of there too. So that was good that we got this one filled in. And I'm going to go along and check on some more of these bananas. And the brown sticks are the banana holes, and a lot of those didn't have anything coming up, but this is good. In this hole I do see a banana sucker coming up, so there are 2 bananas sprouting there, so that's good. At least some of these are coming up. And looks like this hole has a banana there. And then I'm looking across the creek. Let's see if that one sprouts. It looks like there's a banana coming up over there too. So I'm just going to continue on. If I see anything else interesting, I'll bring it up. Okay, this is something that's a little interesting here. It's just these banana are growing right here next to the bamboo, and there happens to be a falcata tree here, which was really covered in vines. It's actually almost completely clear now, but I do want to clear those vine weeds out of there. But the point I'm trying to make is that these bananas are so close. They can do well. I mean, they prefer the sun as long as they're getting a lot of moisture. But they can do well. They're very shade tolerant. In fact, that's why they intercrop them with coconut, and in the back with the falcata and rubbers, they grow so well back there too. So these bananas, even growing that close to the bamboo with this much shade in between the hill here, they are still producing bananas. Now that's not the ideal bunch, and I'll probably, for the ones that we plant, I'll probably increase the spacing. Like the durians that I have going up here, instead of being running along this kind of creek behind the bananas with the 2 rows, I eliminated the first row, and I just have the second row behind them when it goes to the bamboo. So that's out there, and I can probably squeeze in like another row of banana, probably 2 rows, but I'll probably just go 1 of banana on the inside in between the bamboo there. And as I was going along, before I got the video out, I saw a bungee top bunch of bananas, which is a banana virus that is not good. The bananas that get infected with it are not, don't produce a good bunch of bananas. If they won't produce a bunch of bananas, and if they do, it's a very small one. Alright, that had me jump a little bit. It's usually these little lizards, but occasionally it's a cobra, and I'm not, not used to the cobras yet. So, and I did come across a big one the other day. Yeah, and this comes out to where we have, this is a good example. You can see the sticks running across where we planted the banana, and then the sticks behind it, which these are the durian. These are not the durian. I just said durian, but those are actually mangosteen. These are mangosteen across this side, and on the other side are the durian. So I made a mistake, but the same thing. It's the same situation where even behind, if it's a bamboo, I eliminate a row when it comes to the bamboo there, and then once we clear the bamboo, I add the 2 rows back, because then there's the second row behind. This would be the first row over here behind the banana, which are brown sticks. So in the same on the other side, brown sticks, and then the durian, and then there's a second row up there. Kind of hard to see the blue sticks. Now I'll go ahead and pause her here while I continue on. And I'm just coming along the bananas here, and I'm just coming to each stick, checking the hole, and there are none of these have sprouted over here, even with the rain. After I said that, I finally come across one that's got a little sprout there, but the rain is just beginning. So, and I got some new water jugs. We're on lockdown, but we had gotten a pass to go into the city, and we had gotten one of the things we picked up on the way back were some more water jugs. But yet none of these other ones are coming up yet. And if we don't get any rain today, then tomorrow that's going to be our focus, is going ahead and getting water on, probably 2 liters of water in each one of these holes. Yeah, none of these are coming up. I do see one across the creek that's coming up, but that's not a good, that's a good sign, but just that none of these other ones are coming up is not. So I just walked along the creek all the way from the back over there behind the bamboo even, and no more of the banana have sprouted yet. But the mahogany that I've come across seems to be doing okay. And this is where we didn't have enough room for the three rows on the one side of this little deal. It looked like it might have been a part of a rice paddock at one point. But so, and I'm not even sure, I wasn't sure what to do with it. We got kind of one row over there, and then it expanded to 2 rows before we get to 3 rows, but I threw a row of the mahogany back on this side of it. And this is down just below the rubber and falcata area. So I'm going to check those bananas. Those are the ones we planted first. But the mahogany's over here. Look like they're going to be okay. Okay, so I'm back here in the back of the falcata rubber, and out there you see little ones that we had transplanted, and that's before we started doing the sucker method. And it took a little bit for those to recover, and I was told the suckers, there's no need to recover because then they're just growing straight out. And this is one of the suckers I found that is sprouting. Although I just walked through here and there's maybe like a 10%. There is a little one in there. If you can see that one. This one actually has 2 bananas sprouting there, but maybe a 10% sprout rate back. And these are the first ones that we had planted here. And I'm just showing these because there's actually something coming out of them, but most of these did not have anything. But I'm happy to see that some, but these are the earlier ones that we planted, so there's still a little more rain and a little more hope. No, just a little more rain. And some of these should sprout up as well. And I usually some rubber branches that we had trimmed. I'd done some pruning, finally had gotten back here and done some pruning. And but we've got to also watch these because these vine weeds are coming up too. So I got to watch these guys from kind of taking over yet. Nothing. I'm hoping I think I'm gonna each one I'm gonna give you guys something exciting there, but nope. And then a lot of those there did not have either. So I'll go ahead and end it there. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.